Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, we're starting it. Yeah, we got it. This is part 2 of the Create-a-Superstar Road to WrestleMania story from SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Now, this act alone, we have 2 mandatory outfit changes. We have a creative finisher that we implement, and we have Vince McMahon as the guest referee. Mwah! Oh, good stuff. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me, Justin Leeper, the writer, designer, director of SmackDown vs. Raw's Road to WrestleMania for 2009, 2010, and 2011. So please watch the video, and then at the end, I got a bonus little video from AJ Castro, AJ, the voiceover actor that I used in this playthrough for Create-a-Superstar, and the motion capture actor for the Create-a-Superstar and many other characters throughout the Road to WrestleMania mocap process. So I'll throw that little video from him at the very end, so stick around for that and enjoy the video. Thanks. Thank you, Justin Leeper from the future. This is Justin Leeper from the past. I guess my future Justin Leeper is still your past Justin Leeper, so I'm the way past Justin Leeper, and here's a voicemail from Vince.
You'll make your true debut as a WWE superstar. As your employer, it's my responsibility to mold your image.
Oh, how nice.
You're edgy with a lot of attitude, a rocker and a roller.
That's me.
Your outfit should reflect that. The customer will give you a base.
The costumer.
Yeah. We want you to connect with our fans, so spend some time with them. I'll be watching.
What a nice thing for Vince to do, to take a hands-on approach to our development as a superstar. I like that. I mean, I think our costume is fine, but let's go.
Vince wants me to get close to the fans. If I spend 1 minute of this match outside the ring, that should do the trick.
Oh, yeah. Kind of funny that Vince messed up the word costumer, but I get it. It's spelled the same as customer. So we got a handicap match against, weren't they called Cody and Ted? It's a new day, but they're not a new day. It's a new generation. Anyway, we're fighting them, and we look like, well, let's let the announcer say it.
Like you found a time machine, went back to 1985 and stole your clothes, Michael.
I'm not sure I was ever that fashionable.
Yeah, so my idea was let's have Vince embarrass the Create-a-Superstar by putting him in some kind of, like, I guess it's a little bit Magnum TA, if you're familiar with the NWA back, not that NWA, but the other NWA back in the 80s, or a little bit of kind of the New Rockers, which was Al Snow as Leif Cassidy and Marty Jannetty. So I'm spending a little bit of time out of the ring. And I don't remember exactly where this costume came from. I'm pretty sure that, like, I gave some parameters to Ukes, and then they came up with a couple ideas, and then I tweaked it as we went, and this is what we came up with. And yeah, I'm pretty darn happy, because it's an 80s neon nightmare, and complete with mullet. So yeah, pretty happy. I mean, like, it's not even a full shirt. It's not quite a half shirt, but it's pretty darn close.
Wear that outfit as a way to humiliate.
The fact that he's taking on both DiBiase and Rhodes at the same time tells me Mr. McMahon's not looking to help Raw's new superstar.
So this exclusive commentary kind of writes itself for this, because I mean, you know, Cole feels a little bit sorry for him, and
he's on the move again.
King is just making fun of him.
Trying to get something going for his partner.
Of course, we saw both these guys in the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
And my character, there you see me in the green there, kind of second row behind Sign of the Week guy. When I took that picture, I was actually wearing a dark gray sweatshirt with like some kind of tribally black down the sleeve, and they changed it to green just because I think that color just worked better for a crowd person. Not to be confused with a bird person for all my Rick and Morty guys. What?
Cody got his brain scrambled on that shot.
Oh, my dude's hopping around like a weirdo. Great. So, of course, Cody and DiBiase feature prominently in the Randy Orton story, as do their fathers, which was a lot of fun to do.
Here we go. Irish whip.
And I picked this corner move because it's a lot like what I would do in the corner, but I used to do 3 roundhouse kicks to the body and then a spin kick to the face. And I gave at least one guy a black eye, and if you're an indie wrestling fan, you know anarchist Eric Cannon, the Pabst Blue Ribbon sponsored wrestler. When he was coming up, he and I had a match, and I told him, man, when I do that spin kick in the corner, you turn your head, and I'm going to hit your right just so. And he didn't turn his head, and I gave him a black eye. He was fine. Although then he used that as ammo to kind of scare the other young guys into thinking, the even younger than him guys, into thinking that Justin Lee was very stiff, and you should be afraid if you have to wrestle him. All right. Oh, rope break. Yeah, I suppose. So this match, it's going to be rough. All these handicap matches are pretty tough because the AI is going to interfere, try and break up the pin, and also slam your head into the steps. Great. Yeah, I would. I know that's some nice mullet physics there, but I would rather not have them do that to me. There we go. Oops. Now, in 2009, when I was playing, the computer was pretty good at switching targeting. And I'm noticing here targeting is maybe not that great. But we'll see what happens as we go. Boom. Classless. Okay, some guys signed there. That's a very chubby version of Dan Ryan, I think.
Oh, did you see that knee?
In this gameplay, it doesn't seem as much like when you whip a guy into the ropes that you go into the...
Right in the kisser.
You go into the... See, I was trying to spin him around there. It doesn't seem like you go into the kind of Irish whip moves quite as easy. So it seems like I'm just doing normal grapples. Like that. Hey guys. Yeah, that's some of that. And now I'll do this again. Watch the crowd when I do this. And this used to be Helmut von Strauss when I was the German. Of course, that was ganked from Rob Van Dam. It's pretty awesome that the whole crowd does it, especially the 20 guys in the orange shirt. All right, we got a finisher. No, DiBiase counters it. We still have it, though. Boom. All right. Get up, give him the finish. Nope, and I lost it.
Oh, what a shot.
This game, of course, is a little different than the last one because I can't bank a signature, although it just kind of... It starts with signature, and then... I don't remember exactly how, but it goes into finisher if you hit your signature, which kind of tries to make it more than just nice power slam.
That should do it right there.
1, 2... Oh, he kicked out. That would have been a 3, I think.
What a powerful slam.
It makes sense because then you're not just hitting finishers quite as easily. Oh, missed that. Quite as easily as you did if, as I was doing in 2009, basically. Enziguri. Love a good Enziguri. Although my Enziguri that I would do would be off of, like, if somebody got to go behind or waistlock on me as if they were going to do a German suplex, I'd usually block the German twice, hit him with an elbow, and then as I'm facing away from him, spin around and Enziguri them. And actually Samoa Joe does that move, and it's pretty amazing that a guy who weighs 100 pounds more than me can do a very athletic move like that. Not that I'm super athletic, but I'm a smaller guy, so it's kind of easier for me to get that rotation. Now, it'd be nice if there was a timer to show when I'm 1 minute outside, but that's okay. My timing is usually pretty good. Messing around with strong grapples here. Into the Northern Lights. Get down there, ref. 1, 2. Oof. And skinny legs. Skinny legs. Yeah, oof. He sure flew.
He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Cody Rhodes. Oh, and then he missed. I missed a signature there too. Dashing Cody Rhodes. Remember that? And then he got the mask. Now see, I'm trying to attack Cody.
Leg drop.
That should. I mean, that's. The targeting's on auto. Let's see. Now this. See this used. Yeah, I don't want to quit. This used controller is a little sketchy, so I got to be really careful here. Targeting. Targeting control settings. Yeah. Target settings. All right. Let's put it to manual. And see what happens. Now I don't exactly know how to throw targeting to how to switch my targeting. No, okay. There we go. I switched to him. I think it's L2 maybe? Alright, I got a finisher. Come on in. Oop. Yeah, ref, get out the way. And I lost that finisher. Boy, the timer on the finisher is pretty darn quick. Oh, look how I was going to shoot him into the ref's corner, but he switched around and did it to this corner. That's cool. And here's that toe hook German, followed by, boom, a big stomp. All right. Let's pin these guys. See, I'm trying to switch over to DiBiase, and that's not... this might be a problem. This might be a problem when I can't accurately switch targets. Now, the other controller, as I've said before, I'm also using a PS4 controller, and for some reason, that does not like to be diagonal. Nice belly to back, or belly to belly, Bailey to belly. So either basically I have this controller where I can do diagonals. Okay, there you see me. You see his head tracking when he switches. Now maybe I should throw targeting indicators on. Now, see him. The shoulder buttons are a little weak on here too. Look at now, back to him. Okay, back to him. I think just some air punches.
Here we go. Irish whip.
Again, I would do 3 roundhouse kicks and a spin kick to the face, but that's a close thing to it. Cody's right there, but let's see. 1, 2. Nope. Pull your knee pads up, Cody. Come on. You look like a 12-year-old. Not that my legs are that great either, although I just did leg day today. No, leg day was yesterday. Today was shoulders day. I work out so darn much I don't even remember which workout I did today.
And again he moves to the outside.
Okay, getting more time outside. Ooh, that was cool. I should be at the 1 minute mark, right? What do you think, ref? Give me the time. Hooah! European uppercut. It's amazing his glasses stay on, right? It's kind of like, oh, here's a signature move. Boom! Never did that move in real life, but it's a cool kick. But my character's sunglasses stay on like Super Kahlo from the WCW days. Remember him? He had like a beanie, kind of beanie and sunglasses, and they stayed on the whole darn match. All right, Uber driver, boom. Now he's a little close. Oops. I'm so used to the other game where you hold the right stick to move the guy. It seemed like I was targeting a third opponent that does not exist.
That'll do some damage.
Lots of kicking on my character. Alright, there we go. We're switching guys. Okay, we got a signature move. Let's, there's... he's in the ropes too much there. What am I doing? There we go. 1, 2. And he kicked out. Yeah, I see the frustration start to build indeed. Let's do something cool here.
This could be it.
You're insane kind of sounds like holy sh if You just hear it out of the corner of your ear. All right. All right, let's finish this up. Let's finish this up. No, what are you doing over there? Okay.
I think he's through playing around.
Doing the sequence. Bam.
What did this maniac just do?
Now look, he's right there still. And I'm using the wrong button to drag him.
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Still gives me plenty of time to show off my cool neon arm gauntlets with the kind of heartbeat / seismographer
Now with complete control.
logo. Plus, there's a lot of camel toe going on in these. I don't know that I specifically requested camel toe. Ooh, big one. All right, get the pin. Here we go. This should be it.
Will it be?
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. All right. Took a little longer than we hoped, but pinfall victory for me. Hopefully, I was outside long enough.
He may look a little funny, but what a performance tonight from the Intercontinental Champion.
I'm sure he'll get a lot of phone calls after that match. For example, I bet 1990 called and wants its outfit back.
That's all from Toronto, Canada.
That's a variety of win animations I'm doing there. You know, I'm actually a little bit impressed by the mullet physics on this, but you know, this is PS3, man. There's, you know, you think about Dead or Alive, Tekken, all those games. They had some pretty decent hair physics, even stuff like Final Fantasy 13. So I guess I shouldn't compare this to the buggy mess of more recent wrestling games. Oh, there's WWE water. Let's take a drink. And we've unlocked Vince McMahon, who we also unlocked in 2009. Hands-on boss. All right, we're getting our ratings up. Durability is important. We got 5 things we leveled up there. Not sure how, but good style bonus. We're still not hardcore. And we're also not submission specialist. I used to do the Rings of Saturn for a submission move. And what I'd often do is I'd hit the axe kick on somebody. Boom, they'd land on their face, and I'd pop behind them and hit them with the Rings of Saturn. And I got a couple of victories that way. Now here's the empty arena load screen. As we go to Buffalo.
Thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Raw is live from Buffalo, New York.
This is a beautiful city, but it's a little on the chilly side.
That's true.
Unlike you, Michael, I'm not used to getting a cold reception everywhere I go.
Well, King, you'll be happy to know that things will heat up tonight, as John Cena and Randy Orton will have a rematch from their classic Royal Rumble showdown.
I have a fun memory of Buffalo when I was touring with Guar and our opening band, the American Sharks, who I highly recommend. American Sharks are great. Another voicemail.
Last week, Spark, but that wasn't the problem. You needed some flashier maneuvers, a new trademark move for tonight. In order to give you plenty of practice, I'll give you 3 opponents. Win or lose, I want you to execute the move on all of them.
So Vince wants us to do a different finishing move. Okay. I'd love to do a dive if that's possible. I think there's a trophy for making and executing a dive. Now, where do I do that? Maybe I just need to leave first. All right, we'll take off. That didn't have that traditional animation of us leaving the room. Okay, so we gotta put together a finisher. I'll skip this so you don't have to watch it. Okay, I got the finisher made, and you'll hopefully see it in action. We're back in the locker room, Create-a-Superstar locker room.
Says I have to hit my new finisher on my opponents tonight. That should be my top priority. Of course, winning the match couldn't hurt.
Here's a reminder that the guy whose voice that was, AJ Castro, is... I'll put a little video of him at the end of this video because I asked him to talk a little bit about motion capture and his work that he did on this game. Really good guy, good actor, good athlete. So please check that out.
Mr. McMahon has stacked the deck once again.
One way or another, this young man's going to learn to play ball with the chairman of the WWE.
Maybe I should have tried to see if I could remove that outfit, but
Ooh, that did it.
maybe it'll grow on us. The bicep bands almost look like jockstrap bands or something. Boom. There's that Tajiri kick I love to do to a downed opponent usually. Once again, we got a handicap match, so that's a little rough, but at least we don't have to win this one. We just need to get our finisher done on 3 guys. Boom.
The Maniac's been dishing out the punishment.
I could not make a dive finisher for my new finisher, unfortunately. But maybe I'll go through and do that another time. Boom, rocker dropper. Alright, now we got a finisher here. Hopefully Mike Knox is hurt enough. Yeah, he is. Bam! So that's the new finisher. I kind of a gut wrench, razor's edge, power bomb. Almost maybe like a gut wrench. Last call that Undertaker used to do. All right, get him to tag into Swagger. I didn't spend a whole lot of time designing that finisher, to be honest, but I'm pretty happy with how it is. And I picked for him to have the step over the top rope because when I was a wrestler, I would actually step over the top rope like a 7-footer, even though I'm a 6-footer.
He hits the drop kick from an incredible vertical leap.
6 foot with shoes on, but I was flexible enough that I could step over just about any top rope. Nice release German. I love the kind of groggy miss before the bump. Boom. And once again, this controller has the nice diagonal control, unlike my PS4 when I have that plugged in. Now I was at a place called, funnily enough, it's called Hard Off. And it's an extension of a place called Book Off, which is a used kind of book and CD and movie and game store. But Hard Off has more like hardware stuff and a lot of junk stuff. And they have some PS3 controllers for like, let's say $10 equivalent. All right, got my finisher here. But there's no real guarantee that they're going to work. But I kind of didn't want to spend that money. But maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see how this all goes. Ooh. It's kind of more like a drop kick to the stomach. Austin Aries hits as a face wash. Austin Aries hits probably the best corner drop kick I think I've ever seen. As much as I like Bryan Danielson, I think the Daniel Bryan corner drop kick is nothing compared to Aries' corner drop kick. And when we were doing this mocap, this is a funny story. We're doing mocap, right? And Aries is there, and my sensei actually was the director of photography for this. He would set up the shots. Robert Goodwin. He was the sensei for the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the first movie. He was Christian Bale's sensei leading up to Batman Begins. So he's a legit dude. I was with him for 10 years. And half of that time I was his assistant. So I brought him in for this project too because he's got an eye for angles on cutscenes. And that way I could focus on the actors and the action. And so he's recording me and Aries in the ring because, we have our history. And he's like, why don't you guys do something? So, okay, we start, I'm not in gear. He's in his, mocap suit. But we start wrestling a little bit. He gets me in the corner. He makes sure that Bob's got the camera on. And he runs and just hits me with a drop kick. Corner drop kick. And I'm talking, his feet were in my face. And he was just so horizontal in the air, hit me so hard, and I kind of forgot to sell. I just was shocked. I was speechless because he hit me so hard with that drop kick, and I kind of forgot that and I forgot that that's what wrestling feels like, and that that without adrenaline, that stuff hurts a whole lot more. But it was great. I'd love to see the video of that. I know Bob took video of it, and he'd sent it to us at one point. But anyway, let's get this finisher. And it just went away. Darn.
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
All right. Boom, another big... That's kind of different than a stomp. Not targeting properly. Look at that. Yeah. Now, once I've hit the finisher on all 3 of these guys, I can just take the L if I want. But, come on. I'm not going to take the L. Boom. I loved the axe kick. I loved doing it because I would get so much air and so much extension because, again, I have a martial arts background. I'm really pretty flexible and can kick really high. there's a video on my YouTube in the Justin Wrestle. Now, by the way, if you didn't, okay, here's the finisher. Boom, nice. Now let's see if we can get the pin. 1, 2. Nope. I have a lot of playlists on YouTube, and one of them is called Justin Wrestles, and it's pretty much all the clips that I have of me wrestling from back in the day. They're really crappy, they're really crappy definition quality because they're like taken from VHS basically, but there's some stuff on there, a lot of me and Aries stuff. And I think there's one axe kick video, and it was weird because that was the only time I ever hit an axe kick and I landed. Usually I would just stay standing and kind of like mean mug the guy, but this time I did end up taking like some weird kind of bump after it. If it's there, I don't know. But there's some other good footage on that, and maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll throw in the description a link to some of my wrestling videos. And I know somebody not too long ago in the comments of one of these had asked for some footage of me wrestling. There's a couple clips in my action reel also, in the Justin's Reels playlist, if people are interested in that. And that's, I've got my acting reel, I've got my voiceover reel. I even have a show when I was when I first came to Japan to do, I worked at the Harry Potter world of Universal Studios Japan. I was a wand keeper at Ollivander's. I have one of those shows in there as well. So yeah, I mean, nice. All right, there it is again, just for good measure. 1. No, a 1 count.
Again.
Yeah, I have lots of videos up, and I know that most of you are new subscribers. I'm closing in on 5,000 subscribers now, which is so awesome. And I think, you know, a year ago I had maybe 100 subscribers, and I know that you know, that's why I've been trying to bring a lot of videos to you guys, because I want to keep you entertained, because you nicely hit the subscribe button for me. Bam. Okay. I want to get this win. So I'm going to turn targeting back to manual. And we'll see how this works. Trying to... It is L2, but it's still not super consistent. And then once I kick those guys out, then I have to be able to focus back on Regal, who got me right in the spine there. I worked a match with Sean Davari back in the day, and it was for Midwest Independent Wrestling, Minnesota Independent Wrestling, MIW, one of our trainer, Terry Fox's, one of his promotion, and it was, you know, a cruiserweight title match or whatever. And Sean Davari gives me a snapmare and then kicks me in the back. Pretty standard move, but he kicked me so hard in the back that, let's say the show ended maybe an hour and a half later, took me an hour to drive home, and, you know, a little while after that I took my shirt off, and the person I was living with at the time looked and said, "You have all these circles on your back." Like the eyelet holes from his boots still left a mark on my back like 3 hours later, which is pretty awesome. But I've never shied away from getting hit hard by people, because I hit a lot of people pretty hard. All right, this is very difficult to do, and I'm falling all over myself like a drunk. Saying nothing against William Regal's maybe problems with alcohol over the years. And this creates... Oh. Look at it. And Swagger's right there, too. We're almost like a human centipede right there.
What a nasty elbow.
Just throwing at nothing.
These two collide.
Beard of Steel, I like that sign. Oof. Alright, there we go. What do we got? And Swagger's still up, though. Whatever.
That should do it right there.
1, 2, nope. His back's got a little red to it, does Jack Swagger's. His hair is kind of funky looking, too. He's wanting to tag, but I would rather not have him tag. Not when I've gotten him as weakened as I have. These are all some big boys when Regal's the smallest of the three. I mean, Swagger's listed at what, 6'6", 6'7"? I'm going to switch controllers. Sorry for all these interruptions, but yeah. So I turned off my PS3 controller. I'm getting my PS4 controller, starting that up, syncing that up. It feels a lot better in my hands. It's just such a more sturdy controller. Okay, this is still manual. Alright, wish me luck. Again, I can take the L if I really wanted to, but I really don't want to. Because if I lose, then Vince McMahon has won. That's a weird move. But yeah, Swagger's what, 6'6", 6'7" listed, and then Knox is about the same. Regal's about 6'4", and he's a big dude in real life too. When I went to oddly see Jackass 2 with Ken Anderson, Hornswoggle, and Chris Benoit, we at the same mall met Regal and Brian Kendrick. And yeah, Regal was a big dude, very mild-mannered guy, very kind man.
And there's the elbow.
I didn't really have a chance to talk to him, and I didn't want to mark out too much. Wah! Crane kick. Alright, can I pin him? Well, yeah.
Oh, he's got that leg all locked up.
Bam! That's a fun little move. Although it brings him closer to his partners.
Oh, no. Man, his head
Alright,
floor there.
I was targeting right, and then Mike Knox goes and pulls the rope down. Okay, now he's all by himself, though. Can we pin him here? No, he's too close to the ropes.
Look at this. This could
Boom.
be.
The Maniac got it.
Look, they are just stalking on the corner there. Okay. Okay. That's nice that it automatically grabbed onto him.
You can see
The belly to belly.
Superstar's body off that slam. Look at this.
Doing the sequence. Bam. Oh, man, that hit connects good, and I really like the sound effects on it, too.
Oh, wow.
Nope. Knox just does not want to go down. I'm not really happy that puts him back into the ring, but I'm sure it does some damage. And so will this. Boom.
Right in the kisser.
And I have a feeling this is going to be another long video. The last one was, what, an hour 20? Plus, again, I'm going to throw AJ Castro's video at the end here, but it's not too long. I think I edited it down to about 5 minutes. Oh.
Oh, nice counter.
So it's longer than MVP's, but no, it's good, man. He's a really genuine guy. And he was always very appreciative of getting to work on the game. He did, in 2009, he did HBK, John Cena.
He switched his leg, and there's the STO.
There's the cover.
All right, let's see if we're far enough. 1, 2. Oh, man, that was Oshii, as they say in Japanese, which means close, but you didn't get it. But I'll just keep wearing him down, I suppose.
Oh my God. Here it comes.
And there's that finisher again.
This could do it.
Oh, it's not a rope break. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's awesome. Phew. Man, we still got two programs left in this act. But hey, we just beat really quite a few guys there. We beat 5 guys in 2 matches. So that feels pretty good. Even if that spandex is a little bit tight and I'm a little bit drafty on the midriff. Uh-oh. And they were not happy. And the Regal knee.
That was totally unnecessary. Why did they do that after the match is over?
They're angry that this rookie embarrassed him in front of millions, Michael.
Double team. Boom.
I can't say I'm surprised with this reaction.
Now, I'm not sure who I had playing those at this point. Maybe Chris Hero was there. So Chris Hero was, okay, I won the backstage brawl for Vince's office. That was fun. Rec shop anytime I'd like. Cool. Another unlock. Keep them coming. Unlocked Vince, now unlocked Vince's office. Chris Hero, also known as Cassius Ohno, current NXT superstar and European wrestling genius. He came in here as well, and he did Edge for Edge's story. He probably did Mike Knox there, so I'm assuming it was Mike Knox and maybe Joey Ryan, and then Aries was playing Create-a-Superstar there. Now, Albie is not a pro wrestler. He's a talented athlete, good martial artist, but when I have wrestlers, I'm going to use the wrestlers. Oh, look at that. Once again, they were able to use a still of me.
But as they say, the show must go on.
But that's insinuating that Jack Swagger was injured in that match with us, which is why he did not participate in that beatdown afterwards. See, get it? And more phone conversations. Wonder who it is again.
I don't think you understand how things work around here.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd feed hot new talent to the Sharks.
That new move you debuted was too dangerous. One of my superstars is going to be out of action for at least a few weeks. You're costing me money.
Maybe he'll use that time to toughen up a little.
I'm boring that move. If you use it in your championship match tonight, you won't end up out of action, but out of a job.
In hindsight, I should have had a phone click sound after that. Click. But really, let's see if we can switch our costume. I mean, after all, we apparently have a title match tonight, so let's try and look the part a little bit. How's that sound? Vince's voiceover was great. I got no complaints for it. It's beautiful. And you think about like a guy that busy, man, he probably doesn't have... We probably get 2 takes tops of each line. You know what I mean? And you'll see later on in this storyline, I'm pretty sure we've got some other voiceover that we get of him. And we can't do anything. Okay, I mean, I could give him an eye patch underneath the mask, underneath the sunglasses, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, so Vince's voiceover was great, and to think that he only had so much time to do it. I mean, all those guys are rushed a little bit, but, you know, there aren't many more people on this planet who are busier than him. Another sip of water there. Stay hydrated, people. Drink a lot of water. Really, nothing beats water. Alright, now we don't need to save.
Looks like I won't be able to use my new finisher tonight. Let's hope I don't need it.
So you notice there, Albie and all the other guys, I think, in those lines to self are not as boisterous, as charismatic, as flamboyant as they are when they're talking to Vince or cutting promos. Because I want that to be them talking to themselves. You usually don't talk to yourself in wrestler speak, right? I do sometimes, but not a lot.
The Intercontinental Champion has gone from taking on 3 guys at once to fighting someone who's the size of 3 guys.
And Mr. McMahon stated that if he executes the devastating maneuver of his, he'll be fired.
So no finisher for us. At least not that... I called it the Rising Sun, not that one that I just created and used last time. I probably do have another finisher map to the direction pad and triangle, but I'm not going to risk get disqualified and fired for using it. But you know that, hey, that's how you get over a finisher. You ban it, right? I mean, that's what they did with the pile driver back in the day. Also with the heart punch, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of different finishers that were banned for a while. And all that does is it gets them over. So when they do actually happen, it's a big deal. I mean, that's why it used to be that if you threw a guy over the top rope in a normal match, you're disqualified. Because they want you to think that's a dangerous move, which makes maybe battle royals more intriguing because you're trying to throw guys out. That's a new outside the ring camera.
A maniac
Wait, oh, he's taunting me. All right. Boom. Big kick. Be careful what you wish for, Kali.
There they go.
But you asked for this. Just remember that.
He's got his opponent by the head. Come on, get back in the ring.
And those guys in the front row are getting sweated on. What an honor.
Woo, a little showboating going on here.
Any other moves you can think of that were banned? Oops. That taunt should have been banned because my timing was really off on that. Oh, good counter. Yes. And you can tell that I'm with my PS4 controller because I could not get in the corner there to climb the ropes.
But at any moment, the 7-footer can lash out with a brain chop or vice grip, and this match is over.
Here we go. Got up that time. Once again, those exclusive comment. Ooh, back of the head. That was very dangerous. Kind of like, well, I won't go there.
And there's the reversal.
But those exclusive commentary lines are usually tied to the health of the opponent. Sometimes the main character's health, but not so much. Or at least we can throw some signature moves around. Boom!
The newcomer's really wishing he could utilize that trademark move of his right about now.
If he does, he might as well go right from the ring to the unemployment line.
I actually kicked a 7-foot guy in the head once. My biggest match I ever was at is in largest crowd. I'd say 5,000-6,000 was in Winnipeg, Canada, and wrestled a 7-foot guy. And I've probably told this story on here before, but I'm going to repeat stories. Sorry, guys. Not everybody watched the video anyway. But I took on this Canadian guy who went by the name Cyborg. He looked like Kane with like way less body fat. And a younger dude. And I actually hit him with a super kick while he was standing straight up. Which, again, man, adrenaline's a hell of a drug. I tried to throw him into that corner to utilize the exposed turnbuckle. Now, see if I could have done the corner power bomb into that. That would have been pretty cool. And you see, I'm trying to go to the top rope. Yeah, and I eat a clothesline to the face. It's not fun when you get clotheslined in the face. But a guy like Cully is just so big. There's not much you can do about it. Now I'm trying to jump out of the ring. It seems to be a different button than it was on 2009. A lot of pop in on that audience.
Exposed, and at any moment, that may be coming back.
Have my finisher, can't use my finisher. Justin Violent Lee. I stopped doing the RVD move, and I ended up doing kind of making a J and a L with my index fingers and thumbs, and holding that up before I would hit people with a super kick. Usually when I was like striking up the band a la Shawn Michaels, I would go like Justin Violent Lee, and then hit the super kick. Or as some of the fans like to joke about, because I was a heel, the super bitch kick. They would actually chant super bitch kick, which I thought was kind of a weak insult, but hey, I mean, I was getting heat, whatever. Man, that shin to the face there. So the mocap on a lot of these moves is really brutal. He didn't really sell that very well. Oh well. Let's see if we can do something good in this corner again.
Here he goes. What did this maniac just do?
Paulie almost looks like he's got dreads. He's pretty much got the same haircut as I do, isn't he? Nope. Just that guy's just so big. His feet are so big that it's hard to pin him. All right, here we go. Stay down.
He's going for the pin.
Maybe I should hook a leg.
And the 420-pounder kicks out.
Oh, him going into it. Yeah, some chain wrestling from Kali with a nice, nice hammerlock.
Hold on, where's he going?
Just going to do a little flip, come back in.
Great reversal reversal by Khali.
He's groggy. The groggy Khali. That wrong turnbuckle, but still, boom,
That did it.
effective. And let's drag him around. One more thing, boom. Hey, this will be my finish tonight. How's that sound? Get his big ass in the center of the ring. Count it, ref. 1, 2, 3.
The Maniac wins.
All right. Oh, the background
His
looking
winning ways
kind of funky.
continue, and against some big competition.
I don't think I've ever seen a rookie make such an impact so quickly in the WWE.
I can't wait to see what he'll do next week. See you then, folks.
There is a difficulty with cutscenes for the Create-a-Superstar, and you see that like his hand with the belt doesn't look all that smooth as you're used to it. That's because we don't know how big that character is going to be made. He could be as big as Khali, he could be as small as Mysterio, he could be anywhere in between. He could be thick like Bam Bam Bigelow, he could be thin like Cody Rhodes' legs. We have no idea, so there needs to be that wiggle room in place. And, you know, when we were doing something we can do when we look at the cutscene viewer, when I would go to our cutscene people and watch, is you can put different character models in each spot. So you can kind of cast Khali in that role as well, just to see how he looks with the belt or the moves or whatever. And that was kind of fun with that cutscene viewer, because it is real time in that sense. It's not, you're not watching CG when you watch cutscenes.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
You're watching. We do have a different model. We do have a cutscene model and a gameplay model.
His shoulder surgery was a success, and he's expected to recover in about 2 months.
Well, we wish him a speedy recovery. He sure took a big hit from our Intercontinental
Well,
Champion.
his
2
eye
weeks
looks a
ago.
little messed up too. Although it's kind of funny to think that Jack Swagger's been sitting in a hospital bed wearing his gear the whole time. But we have a hospital bed scene later in this game, in one of the other stories, and that's probably, I'm pretty sure that's where we got that backdrop from. Otherwise we couldn't have had that. So we reuse assets like that whenever we can. But yeah, for the Create-a-Superstar, you know, we have to make sure that it works with everybody. So when it's with props like a belt, it might not look perfect with everybody, but it has to look good-ish for every type of character model that the Create-a-Superstar could be.
Yes, I know you're all happy to see me out here. I'd like our upstart rookie to join me in the ring at this time.
See, Vince always kind of tries to seem a little happy, but we know better. We know better, Vince.
What's up, Vince?
You've been on quite a roll in the WWE. Intercontinental Champion, Royal Rumble winner. So that confidence is understandable. But I want you to understand this. It's only going to get more difficult.
And a very low blow. Now watch this. This is interesting that we were able to do this. So that's Santino hitting our creative finisher on us.
McMahon, by the way.
Which took a little bit of technological fudgery to get Ukes to do that, because of course that's an in-game thing. And Austin Aries takes twice as 2 spins around to get the Create-a-Superstar in the ring.
Right now, you against Santino.
Oh, he's so happy.
In the ring, I'll be the official. Now ring the bell.
So, yeah, I don't know if people realize just what a feat that was to get the creative finisher into that cutscene. And of course, there wasn't enough time because we didn't actually see the bump, unfortunately.
It looks like we've got a title defense underway.
And you have to like Santino's chances. No way does Mr. McMahon let the current champ leave here with the gold.
So this is a heel guest referee, which was not in this game anymore at this point, I don't think. And it's Vince McMahon as the referee. That's pretty cool.
Mr. McMahon didn't seem like he was in a hurry there.
And he was going for the cover, just slowly, maybe because he's an old man.
The Maniac's been dishing out the punishment.
Now I'm surprised that I'm as spry and healthy.
He's going for the pin.
Ooh, geez.
The Maniac is able to get the shoulder.
That was a fast 2 count. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is, Vince. Whew, that was giddy, but we got him with it.
This is it.
And a rocker dropper. All right, liking that. Let's hit that finisher. Can't drag him diagonally, unfortunately. But,
He was one step ahead on that one.
still got the finisher up, though. Now, this guest referee, unlike Triple H's, makes sense that he's not wearing his referee gear, of course, because this was hopefully a surprise to the player. All right, let's try to pin him from this side. What do you got? Get down there, Vince. Here's voiceover, too. 1. Again, we had to, of course, record him doing all 3 counts, and I believe we had to record him count up to 10 because if we go outside of the ring.
What a revert. This could do it.
Oof. Once he gets, it's good that it takes him a little bit to get down, because once he's down, he counts quickly.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Like that kick. All right, let's do that face wash.
Looking to put his opponent away right here.
Bam!
Maniac got it.
I like that the bottom of his boots are that kind of neon pea green as well.
I think he's through playing.
All right, here we go, another Uber driver. So that's been given as our finisher now again.
Nailed it.
Bam!
Driver.
All right, that's got to be it. Count it. Hurry up.
1, 2.
I mean, that's... Look at Vince's reaction, too. He's not happy. That's just fun, man. And, you know, we designed all that just for that moment, but I think it was worth it to get that moment of, like, his referee character just not wanting to count that 3.
Even with the ref in his pocket, Santino still got beat.
True, but if Mr. McMahon wants the Intercontinental Championship back, I don't think he'll give it up.
And if that's what the boss wants, it'll take a miracle for the Intercontinental Champion to leave no way out with the title.
My future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. But those are the moments that I try to make, and hopefully everybody was into that. You know, just like the Better Than Utopia stuff. You know, we had those rules. Of course, you saw them going in. Regal so succinctly explained them all to you. Regal and Cena with that contract. But this was like, man, what do I gotta? How long is it? Is he even gonna count 3? And you know, there he did. It just took him a long time. And we are at No Way Out, which this will represent the end of Act 2. But we don't know what kind of match we have.
No Way Out live from the Motor City. Tonight promises to be a stacked card, and we've just been told another epic match has been added.
The Intercontinental Championship is up for grabs tonight in the Elimination Chamber.
That means 6 men will be encased in an intimidating steel structure. Only one can leave with the championship.
All right, odds against us there. We got an Elimination Chamber match. That was nothing we touched in last year's Road to WrestleMania. So a lofty hill to climb. Vintage Austin Aries. Just a hilarious guy. And what's he doing with that luggage?
Now we will see who gets made the fool. This day belongs to Santino.
Oh, somebody's coming. And there I am with my after my pre-match shower. What? What is this? Yeah. Ah, come on.
Tonight, everyone will see what a chicken you are and what a campeone Santino is. It's gonna be great.
I mean, this is just the weird stuff that comes out of my head, and somehow it got into a game that millions of people bought and played. And I think I remember still having a printout of one of the Yuke's guys, Hashimoto-san, who is a Road to WrestleMania designer or developer, and he drew a picture of that chicken head, and it was just the funniest thing. And we went through and we made it, and we didn't just make the head, as you're going to see here in a minute.
A chicken suit? Our Intercontinental Champion is competing in a chicken suit?
I'm sure it wasn't his first choice, King. More mind games by Mr. McMahon.
Like, look at the legs on that. They're kind of lizard legs, although, birds and lizards are not that far removed.
Ridiculous as that chicken suit is, we've still got a very intense Elimination Chamber match underway.
That's right, Cole. The feathers are flying.
So again, Cole's trying to be serious about it, and King just has to make up some jokes. And there's a lot of stuffing in that. I mean, it's almost like
Woo, a little showboating going on here.
it's almost like a chick body with a hen head.
Oh, man. What impact from that suplex?
And they had to design that. I mean, they had to make a costume like that. And look at, there's no hand holes. They're just wings. Oof, those are big kicks. Wasn't that what one of the female wrestlers got knocked out with not too long ago?
He anticipated that move perfectly.
What did
Boom.
this maniac just do?
Oh yeah. And I'm a House of Feathers now.
We might be seeing the beginning of the end.
Nice, yeah, let's take him out quick.
They nailed the Uber driver.
But the face on that chicken suit, the eyes, look so unamused. And I think that's the funniest thing, that just the meh look on that chicken's face is, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm too... Oh, is that the chicken wing? That'd be great if it was.
It's
Chris Jericho making an appearance here.
2008 Superstar of the Year.
Chris Jericho, of course, found out the identity of the Masked Man in 2009's Road to WrestleMania. Nice to see him getting a title shot. Ooh, whoa, that was a very close kick out by Santino. If I would have had nice the back rake. If I would have had a diving headbutt in the chicken suit. Oh, Santino's still kicking out almost at the last second again. Boom, nice. No rope breaks here.
Submission locked in, and this might be it.
Who's next?
A sick neck breaker. It's time for
Kofi Kingston's in there. Controlled Frenzy, is that what they called it?
Oh, that one didn't
Man, I
look
loved
close,
Kofi's
but it
music
did
around
connect.
this time. The SOS song.
Great reversal.
It was a good jam.
Oh, man.
And Matt Hardy's the last one to come in. He's got the cool taped up wrists.
And this one's been action personified.
I'm surprised nobody's been eliminated yet, but
Poultry
Poultry personified.
Grazing shot there.
Well, there's a roll up. Let's let Santino go. 1, 2, 3. All right, Santino, bye bye.
Eliminated.
Boom, a Northern Lights into a pin. Look at him going up on the toes. Sure, I'll pin him if you won't. Alright, everybody's in there now. That structure just looks giant, doesn't it? I don't think that is that the actual is that the actual proportions of the Elimination Chamber? I thought I remember hearing that Eric Bischoff came up with that idea, or was he just the kind of kayfabe general manager at the time? Boom, big kick. Boom, big kick. Now, Jericho should be... just laid an egg. Here we go. Oh, he's still got some in him. Oof, almost a second pin by Kofi. And I hope I can get up by the time my finisher's still good. But again, I don't really have a strike that will groggy a guy for the finisher right away. And I lost it. Oh, nice spin around. What do we got? Here we go. Boom. Let that be it. 1, 2, 3. All right. Bye-bye, Regal. And we'll get a little air here. Going free range. Oof. That is a shoulder block. That's kind of cool. Oh, but we ate a bulldog. European upper wing. It's too bad I don't have a tail. I just don't think I think I asked for one, and it just didn't happen. Oh.
And again.
He's looking to put his opponent
Here comes the sequence. Bam. And really, I haven't really left the ring at all yet. That should be it for him. 1, 2, 3. All right, there goes Jericho. So there's 2 guys left. Thanks for keeping him busy there, Kofi. Oh, they just literally disappear. I guess that makes sense.
Oh, there it is.
See if I can do some kind of interaction with these big pods.
And he's toast.
Nah, can't really do anything else. Just chucks him into it. Oh, let's see if this gets a pin from him. 1, 2. Nope, not quite. Oof. I'll let these guys battle each other a little bit.
Woo, a little showboating going on
here. Love it.
The maniac taking a chance. We want Jack.
Oh.
He's up high.
Now you can hear some individual call-outs too. There's one guy that was saying like, we want, I don't know what he was saying. 3. All right. Oh, and I got a finisher. All right, maybe we can take out Matt Hardy here too.
Look at this. This could be it.
The Woken One gets an Uber driver on the floor. 1, 2, 3. All right. That was actually... Doing that was easier than that 3-on-1 handicap, I'll tell you that.
He survived the Elimination Chamber with the Intercontinental Championship. He's got to be ecstatic.
I'm sure he'll feel even better once he gets that stupid chicken suit off of him.
That's it from No Way Out, where we have just seen a monumental match. Thanks for watching.
Yes. Yes, look at the unenthusiastic eyes on that chicken. I wonder if the Intercontinental title has ever been defended in an Elimination Chamber match. I feel like they don't give it that much respect to have it be defended in such a giant gimmicky match. And you get a little view of the chains there. I assume that there's different camera data for these victories when you're in the Elimination Chamber rather than the Hell in a Cell or the regular ring, of course. All right, up in our durability, up in our speed, up in our charisma, and up in our video count. This represents the end of Act 2. Now, of course, I can't save until after the next intro, so we'll watch this next intro to get you excited for what happens in Week 9. Sorry it took a couple days. I know people were pretty excited that 2010 I have moved on to this game. I'll try not to wait so long. I mean, it's only been a couple days, but I'll try and get the final act of this storyline up pretty quick, although there'll probably be 2 parts just to get both endings.
Last night's No Way Out was incredible. I almost lost my voice from yelling, not to mention laughing at that chicken suit.
I think that costume may have something to do with why the Intercontinental Champion asked for some camera time tonight.
All right, gonna get a promo next time we do a video. So cool, I'm going to save here, and then that's it. Again, stick around for Albie's, AJ's video message, and of course Tomoko will play us out at the end as usual. And I've been Justin Leeper, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Peace.
Hey everyone, this is AJ Castro, one of the actors who had the pleasure of working on the franchise Raw vs. SmackDown video game from 2006 all the way to 2012. For those of you who don't know what motion capture is, it's an actor like myself performing with a bunch of sensors around his body, on his head, on his arms, on his legs, wrists, fingers, and there's what seems to be 1,000 little cameras all around you capturing each and every one of those movements. You're taking a scene and heightening it so that the cameras can capture every finger that moves, or every breath that you take. It has to be captured, because then they're going to take a skin of a wrestler and put it on top of your movements. So playing John Cena that first year was a lot different than in the following years when I got awarded more parts to play and playing Alberto Del Rio. That's much different movements. The boogeyman, coming down and wiggling a little bit. That's a lot different than Mr. Kennedy, who is, very Kennedy. The highlights of my Raw versus SmackDown career come in 3 ways. Number 1 would be my second year, where not only did I get to do the cutscenes, but I also got to do the player entrances. And the second entrance I got to do was obviously The Rock, where he came down and looked at everybody as he's coming down the ramp and got into the ring, right leg first, followed by the left leg, climbing the turnbuckle, raising his right hand, and then smelling the crowd. And being able to do that and capture it and know that I was doing my idol was special. The second and even bigger highlight in terms of professional growth was in 2010 when I got to do the Create-a-Superstar, not only actions and movements, but also under the direction of the talented Justin Leeper. He gave me the opportunity in 2010 to do the Create-a-Superstar and voice the Create-a-Superstar 2. And that was special because I was going to give my movements to every little boy, little girl playing this, every teenage boy, teenage girl playing this, every adult man, adult woman playing this, and creating themselves and seeing themselves in a superstar light. Those were my movements. And that was my voice that they got to choose and live their dream through. And that was by far the highlight of my motion capture career, and becoming a true virtual WWE superstar, which leads into my third highlight was the friendships. Everybody from Austin Aries, I met him and got to do scenes with him, and I was the Create-a-Superstar that ultimately got to beat the players that he was doing the motion capture for. So technically, I beat Austin Aries in the ring, 1, 2, 3. Colt Cabana, and that was something that validated my performance to say, hey man, if I can do a good enough job to be respected by these professionals, Joey Ryan, for one, in the ring, then I think I did something right and did right by Justin, who gave me the opportunity, the director. I did right by the wrestlers who I shared the ring with, and I did right by the fans who would ultimately play with my movements and live out their WWE superstar dream through me and my movements. So my time working on the game was a blast. It was an honor. And for that short time when I had the censors all over me, be a true superstar and WWE legend. If you smell what AJ is cooking.
Thanks for watching, and please like this video and please subscribe and have a lovely day.